Hey, it's Zadie! Welcome to the spoiler rant of Solo: A Star Wars Story. So, if you are new here to this channel, please click one of those buttons down below. I don't know what they do. I mean, I think the names on them say something, so maybe check them out and maybe press them if you want to. I would really like you to. To be honest with you guys, after analyzing the film a little bit more after I watched it, it was kind of interesting that I didn't see a lot of flaws. There was no real antagonist in this film. Paul Bettany, that was a huge surprise for me. I didn't expect him at all in that. That he was amazing in those scenes, but he's not the real enemy. And then they figure out that Darth Maul is behind everything at the end of it, and I'm like, how is he still alive? They try to save themselves, but it doesn't work all the time. The pacing on this film in the beginning was a little bit off. You know, that scene where, like, you know, they jump from the past to the present, and, you know, now Han looks no different, but now he's dirty, and so, yeah. What's the difference? It was a fun movie. Don't get me wrong on that. It was really fun. I actually, like, in the moments, I really enjoyed it. I'll probably watch this again, like, with other people, because with other people it makes it a lot more better and enjoyable. Okay, let's talk about the actors. The actors, the guy who played Han, Alden Ehrenreich, something like that to that effect. He was really good, and like he surprised me. He was one of the things that really surprised me. Woody Harrelson. His character was okay. I feel like they could have done more with his character, but they didn't, and so it was just kind of like, okay. Emilia Clarke. She played Qi'ra and the love interest, and I feel like this film could have been done without the love interest thing. That whole sequence where it was like, you know, 3 years ago when he was like, you know, a slave on this planet and everything, and that thing with her, and I was like, that scene could have been totally taken out. You would be fine without anything else. With Emilia Clarke, she did an okay job, like kind of an average love interest, sort of like, you know, you don't know the real me sort of person. It was okay. I didn't enjoy it all the time. I just thought it was a little bit forced. Forced. But Donald Glover as Lando Calrissian was amazing. He was another element of this film that really made this whole experience really great. Paul Bettany surprised me. He did an amazing job in the 1.5 scenes that he was in. Ultimately, he died in the end, just like in Infinity War. I'm sorry. So wounds are still fresh there. I feel like in every Star Wars franchise, they try to bring in a sassy robot. It worked with R2-D2 and C-3PO as a pair. It worked with K2SO. That was pretty cool. It did not work with L3. Let me explain why. They tried to do the feminist thing and make her a girl, which is fine. I understand that, but it didn't work in this situation. Does that make sense? It was funny in the scenes that she was in, and it was like, yeah, I understand that. They're trying to make, you know, like equality for robots sort of thing. They tried to make the sassy robot work, and it didn't really. They tried to add like another facet of like droid life, but again, it didn't work because just of the pacing of the film. And if you took L3 completely out of the equation and put her as like a minor character who got freed and just decided to help them, that could have been done. I think it would have been done a little bit better, because I didn't really believe the whole thing about co-pilot thing that she had going on with Lando. I'm probably gonna eat my words later because some random commenter down in the bottom is gonna be like, what do you mean L3 wasn't great? I loved L3 and I liked her too. I didn't hate any of the characters. I just feel like they could have been done without in some cases. Okay, so Beckett, who is played by Woody Harrelson, has a team pre-existing Han and Chewie. They have a good dynamic, and I knew they were gonna die right off the bat. Sorry, but I figured that they were, and they had a good chemistry together. That was actually some pretty good chemistry. Then Chewie and Han come in, and of course they're the amateurs, and so they can't like have chemistry with an expert very much, and so yeah. The interaction scenes with the known characters already, with Han's interactions with Chewie and Han's interactions with Lando, were awesome. Like everything you would have expected from them in the past, as you know, as you would have expected. Reiterating things because my brain can't actually work at this moment. Those interactions were great, golden, great moments, really made the movie work for me, especially cinematography wise. They had this kind of like filter on the yellow filter, and then as the movie went on, it started going to browns. Does that make sense? Because in the trailers it looks very yellow, and at first it annoyed me, and then I got used to it, and like I think it had to do with the whole Western genre thing. Don't know how I feel about that. With this film, I didn't really get an overall message, but there was a lot of thing where it was like, Han, you need to take orders. Like, take orders, don't improvise. Then there's Han who kind of doesn't improvise unless he really has to. There are a couple of moments where he like totally outsmarts Beckett, and I'm just like, whoa, yeah, that's Han Solo. But like the message of the film was to take orders, but don't follow them if it's the right thing to do. I don't know. It's kind of like a gray area. This whole film is a gray area, which is very true to the Solo character, who is a gray area in himself. Does this make sense? All in all, I did enjoy this film as an entertainment, as like a small piece of the puzzle to the overall Star Wars universe. Gave us a little bit of information into Han's character, more information into Chewie's, which was amazing, and more information into Lando's character. That was awesome. I feel like the side characters in the movie franchises right now are just stealing the show. But the one thing that mattered the most was Han shot first. As I said in the previous video, if you guys didn't watch it, it's fine. Just click the subscribe button instead and that'll make up for it. The next 2 Thursdays, I'm going to not be on this platform because I will be in a place with no Wi-Fi. I don't know if I'll have, like, you know, pre-recorded videos that I can send out to you guys via like time capsule style. Anyways, next 2 Thursdays, don't expect a lot from me because I will not be here. Also, working on a channel trailer for you guys that doesn't totally destroy me in angst, and like every time I watch it I'm like, oh, that's horrible. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day after Thursday. I'll see you on the other side of the screen. Bye!